I'm gonna show you what's about to happen to any squirrel or rabbit or possum or raccoon or armadillo that comes on my property. Golly, man, it fires so good. Tight grub. Slipper. Golly, I'm getting good. Welcome back to Live What You Love, guys. So I was digging through the shed, found an old red oak laminated board bow. This thing shoots like crazy. Here's a couple shots from it just so you can see it when I first made it.
The thing's a missile, guys.
Okay, now that you've kind of seen the performance end, it's like, all right, that bow shoots great. But I always like to push things a little bit farther. And looking at this bow, we do have a lot of extra meat on the later portions of these limbs. Today, what we're gonna be doing is getting rid of more of that weight, more of that inertia, so that when we're at full draw, we have a lot less holding us back from speeding that arrow up. And hopefully, we can get some awesome arrow flights out of those traditional 500 spines. Those things sling. The tools that we're gonna need today are sharp draw knife, Farrier's rasp, very sharp draw knife just in case, a less aggressive rasp, a circular rat tail file, and another rat tail file with a rectangular cross section. One of the first things we probably want to do is kind of approximate a center line. That'll give us kind of a reference point for when we're shaving off material, how much closer to that center that we've gotten. And the first tool that we're going to probably use is a draw knife. So let's get this thing unstrung real quick. It is nice that we'll have the string already made after we're done kind of reshaping and stuff. We'll just be able to pop it right back on there and get shooting. You see these string grooves? Because we are taking off meat on the sides, we are probably going to have to redo our string grooves, but that's no biggie, yeah? Let's mosey on over to the Shavehorse and get busy on this thing, kind of narrowing those limbs with the draw knife. Now, if you're not familiar with what this is called a Shavehorse. It's kind of like an old-timey vise. So you stick whatever your working piece is. So for me, that's the bow. You stick it underneath here, and this is like a lever arm. And then you sit right back like this and watch my leg. So I have a kick at the bottom, and as my lever arm, as I kick it forwards, I then have this piece kind of wrenched in there, and it doesn't come out whether I wiggle back or forth. Just because it's old-timey doesn't mean it's not highly functional. I've got a video up on how to build one of these if you want to follow along and make your own, especially if you're into bows. So get in a stable position on your Shavehorse. Make sure your piece isn't going anywhere. And we're just going to start trying to take off a little bit of wood. This has a fiberglass backing on it, so shaving on the wood side is going to be super easy. Shaving on the fiberglass side will be a little more difficult, but that's also why we have our super sharp draw knife, maybe just for that part. I'm going to switch over to the sharp draw knife. Let's show you what's going on. So this side is just wood, and then we have fiberglass backing on it. But fiberglass is crazy tough. So trying to use that medium sharp draw knife on this to narrow it in, it's gonna be very difficult. So we're gonna switch over to the sharper draw knife, see if it makes a difference. With the sharp ones, be delicate, because they will dig in. Okay, I'll show you what we're looking at now. It's this edge, cleaned it up. I haven't done anything to this edge yet, but you can see compared to our center line, we have made quite a bit of progress on thinning out this side. We do the same thing on this side, and then we'll repeat on the opposite side, restring it, see where we're at. All right, even after using the draw knives, I can get it really close, but something that's really helping to make everything really even down that limb and get that thickness exactly how I want, using the mild rasp. So if you're working with backing, you never want to go from the belly out because you may rip your backing off. Besides that, it's just eyeball it, make it symmetrical, you're good to go. On this side, my backing is facing towards y'all, so I don't want to push away. So I want to drag everything towards. Be a little off on the tip is what I can see. That's the original limb thickness. That's the new limb thickness. And like we said, just trying to make it very smooth, sleek all the way down. Do need to take off a little bit more width right there. But you can see how in doing this process, our string grooves on each side pretty much disappeared. Yeah, but no worries on that part. That's why we got the rat tail files. We've got this one thinned out, we've got this one thinned out. Now keep in mind, we've got two types of rat tail files. We got one with a square cross section. We got one with a round. Now what I like to do is take the square cross section and use that corner edge to reestablish. And this will be a lot easier than starting from scratch because we already have part of our groove. It's just less. And once you've kind of got it started again, I like to take the round one, finish it out. And just like that, quarter of the way done. I'm gonna have to alter this angle a little bit. The initial groove and the groove I just made, the new one, slightly off. So just keep that in mind. Check, make sure everything's lining up. All right, here's the new limb tip. Put that on there. Just kind of went traditional on this one. The traditional ones always look kind of like little human heads to me. All right, I'm gonna knock out this other one. Same process. Rat tail file with a square cross section, and then rat tail file, and then finish with the larger file and cleanup work. Makes pretty quick work. Now we just gotta do the other side, buzz that down. So that one's turning out a lot easier than the last one. Moving to circular rat tail file. So cross section right now, if you look at the back, pretty rectangular, right? And what we were going for on the other side was kind of that face. I wanted it to look more like a knob. So to do that, you just gotta take your kind of, not your Ferris rasp, but your medium-sized rasp, and just kind of round this off. That's kind of the last step. So we're gonna do that real quick. Flip it over, see how we're looking. Starting to look pretty good. All right, let's see what level of symmetry we were able to achieve. So that's, here, let me get out of the picture so it'll focus on you. Okay, so very, very face-like, thin, about a little less than my thumb. Okay, let's check the other side. Very, very face-like, thin, a little less than my thumb. I think we did all right. I did have to cut those, the string grooves a little closer in, so I may have to shorten that string. Let's try to put the string on it and see how it does. Yeah, that brace height is like nil. So instead of making a whole new string, I do make my own strings. I made quite a few, and I do have kind of a personalized twist on it. If you guys want to see how I make my strings, I'll put a link up in the top or something. I'll put it in the description as well. But it really doesn't take very long. People like to overcomplicate things. You can learn how to do it in, half hour, and then you'll never have to order another traditional string again. You just order the material, you can customize it however you want. It's really cool. Now this is a very, very old, worn string, but I really don't want to make a whole nother one, so we're gonna make use of this. Okay, if you are curious what I'm doing, so this side's a constant loop, and this is where I begin the string when I make it. So I can't really do anything with that. But this side you can see where it's kind of frayed, where the loop was. So I just undid the loop, and then you have a straight portion of string where it's not really wrapped. You see how there's not really any coils or anything. And I had a very long portion where it was just long and uncoiled. So what I'm doing is going back through and just doing a Flemish twist, starting much lower. So the Flemish twist portion would have started up near my right hand previously. Now I'm starting it down here so that I can do my loop and have it wrap into something much lower, shortening the string. Okay, good and good. And that's about the perfect brace height. That's about right what I look for, just over my thumb. So, heck yeah, it's a moment of truth. It might break. If it does, oh well. Oh yeah, working good. Well, this will be kind of a fun one. I got to do very little work, but I feel like I just finished a new bow. Let's get the target out and get some of those traditional 500 spines, those super lights, and just see how she does. All right, so got the shooting glove. I like shooting with a leather glove on the left hand. If you're wondering why, sometimes the fletchings on the front of these can kind of rip into your knuckle. I need to put a little piece of duct tape because these, if you can see this, I can tap on this and it's moving these on the knock. So I need some sort of makeshift knocking point real quick. Let me tie something in. Yeah, I was aimed at the green one there. Yeah, everything's coming out left. Yep, left as well. I think I have the fix for it though, so don't you worry. Left as well. So I think the fix is on this part of our handle, just kind of shave a little bit, because I think the arrow is facing a little bit too left, because the way I originally built it, the limb tips were in a different position. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see if it fixes it. As you can see, did exactly what I said I was gonna do. Just grind it off just a little bit. I just want to see if that changes things. Just have a hunch. Sometimes it's little stuff like that, like handle design. Let's go just center green again. It's literally in the center green. In the center green. Man, you make enough of these, and you learn how to read them. In the center green. Just high. Let me show you that group. Okay, walking up. That was the green one I was aiming at. Bink, 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 bink. So yeah, fixed our issue. What do you guys think of the idea of leaving this side pale and this side dark, and then we call her Two-Face? Nop. The name is official now. That song, She's a Maniac. That just popped in my head. Maniac, that's the name. We're going with it. You show me a bow that's not a maniac, they can do this crap. She's so fun to shoot, man. Oh, let's put a couple right in the kisser. Whee! Anytime I make like a super clean shot in my head, I'm just like, that is a piggy. Piggy. Oink, oink, motherfucker. smells super dead. Megadeth. Welcome to the after party. Your host, the Menace of Mayhem, the green shirt wearing goblin. I ran out. The white wasp. Maybe wasp because of these. Huh? What do you think? I seem to like that center blue one. I'm gonna keep shooting it. Wow. Man, even if that was a rabbit, that'd be right in his eyeball. That's what I want to see. Yep. Just building consistency. It's money. Alright. Wax him. That might have been a spine. And then they make those awful noises like wee, wee. And then you feel like a terrible human. Get dialed. Dialed. Yep. Love that shot. Take that all day. Smooth as a whistle. As a whistle. Woo! Slick. Ooh, dropped an arrow. Is that bad luck? We'll find out. Ooh, man. If I end this group the same way, I am walking up there just to show you. This is a tight group. Super. Golly, I'm getting good. All right. I want you weasels to check out this mayhem. Dun 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 dun. I believe in whimsy. I am Irish, dude. You can't cut those hawthorn trees. Fairies live in them. Leave them be. There's magic in the world. You just gotta believe in it. Ooh, damn. Whimsy, whimsy, whimsical. I'm gonna show you what's about to happen to any squirrel or rabbit or possum or raccoon or armadillo that comes on my property. It's going down. It's going downtown. Golly, man, it fires so good. Well, alrighty. Bo is slinging it. I think we got a good name for her. Love shooting the 500, let me see, 500 traditionals, gold tips, grains per inch, 8.6. Pretty light arrows, but they are fun as heck to shoot and practice with. And if you put a broad tip on there, you are sure as hell gonna be able to murk hogs, rabbits, any small game. It's kind of the off season, you know? So it's time, you can either go indoor with compound or you can go tread. And I'm going tread. Now you can really see how much we narrowed the limbs out. Just got a little two-face going on. And then up near the top, real narrow as well. And then you can compare that end tip. I know the string looks like crap, I'll pretty it up. But compare that with down there, much, much narrower. I hope you guys had fun watching me kind of redo and revamp old girl here. I guess we're calling her Maniac. Maniac is a maniac. She deserves the name. Super excited to get some rabbits, hogs, any small game. Maybe we'll get some raccoons this year or something. Super hyped about this though. I do have instructions on how I built the original. So I will tag that video just right up somewhere up here. And if you want to follow along and make your own, feel free to do that. It's a really easy build. Or if you reach out to me via email or comment, I can make you one for on the cheap, and I'll send it to you. And you obviously have to pay for shipping, materials, and a little bit of work, but I'm not gonna overcharge you or anything like that. So let me know if you're interested in one, and always remember, live what you love.